Guys, we bought some stuff on eBay, we sold some stuff on eBay. It's gonna be a full-blown eBay video. Let's get right into things. The weekend was big. Today is Monday and we're just coming in the first week after listing 100 games last week, and we saw an increase in sales. So I'm super pumped about that. We're gonna pull those all here in a second. I'd also hinted in the 100 game video that I purchased some more lots, one of which was very small and has arrived today. So we're gonna go ahead and get those all listed up on eBay, see how much the total list price is. Maybe we have to refurbish some of them, I'm not sure. But overall, should make some good money there. And then depending on what happens, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. We might potentially get another lot in that we can start working on, or we're gonna go ahead and probably pull some games off the refurbing shelf and start getting those listed. With that said though, we don't have a minute to waste. Let's jump right into pulling these orders and get this stuff done. Okay guys, so first up we have Mercenaries 2 in 103, which I believe, actually, you know what? It might be, no, I think it's in this book right here. Mercenaries 2, where would I find that? And there it is right there. Sold Surf's Up for the Wii in V31, and there it is right there. Call of Duty MW2 in V22, and there it is right there. We sold Dragon Age Origins, I believe, or Dragon Age, no, Dragon Age is 2, here it is right here, in V21. We sold MLB Power Pros in V31, and there it is right there. We got Call of Duty Black Ops in V27, and there it is right there. Halo 3 ODST in V38, hopefully, no, there are 2 copies of this. I'm gonna have to actually look and see which one it is. Sold High School Musical Senior Year in V27 here, and I gotta find it. There it is right there. One more thing here on the other store, we sold a pair of VTech phones. I believe it's not those ones, no, because it's a V. It's these guys right here, I think. I'm gonna double check, but I think that's the pair. And so there we go. That's a look at everything that's going out today. That's a pile of video games. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff packed. Meanwhile, over here is a pile of things that came in today that we are now gonna have a look at. So here we go, guys. Here's the actual lot of things I picked up. Nothing too special here. What I actually did was I did a split on this one with Airval. We had found it in an online auction, of course, on eBay, and we had bought it, and then we just decided to split the lot. So he came over the other day and grabbed the other half here. It was a very small lot. We're planning on doing something like that for a bigger lot here in the future anyway. A couple valuable games though in this one. I think the average sale price was like maybe $250, something around there for the entire lot. I think these ones are probably around 100, 150. I think I ended up paying 40. That was my half. So 40 to 150 shouldn't be too bad at all, and these are all gonna be some pretty quick sellers. With the exception of like NHL 06, Paintball, and Final Fantasy, those are kind of like the bad ones. But the rest of them are all kind of like 5 or up. I believe this is like a $20 game, I wanna say. And some of these down here are about $15 games. So we'll do okay on it. The better way to know though if we're gonna do well on it is just to get them listed, which is what we're gonna do right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab the light, put it back over here, and then we'll get all these guys listed up on eBay. Some of them might need some refurbishing. I've noticed that some of them have some sticker residue and whatnot. We'll try to get that stuff off, and then we'll get them all up for sale. All right guys, so we're actually already up and going with the refurbishing machine here. I've been starting to go through a couple of them, taking some stickers off. Sorry for the noise. But so far I've got this game right here, tested and working. Anyway, I'm gonna go through the rest of them here. Some of them have some decently good scratches, so we're gonna have to refurbish some, but this one here was pretty good. It's a more valuable game, so I didn't want to have to run through the refurbisher if I didn't have to. It had a few scratches, but there's nothing that I wouldn't list otherwise, so it's all good and it tested and worked. So the seller actually said that all these did test and work, but we're gonna go through and test them just to be sure. Okay, so this is one that I don't see too often, but figured I should bring it up here in the video. Final Fantasy XII, not a valuable game, so not a big deal anyway, right? But you open the game up, it's got some karaoke disc inside. It happens, I understand sellers don't necessarily go through everything, but on a lot this small, I would expect that would have been noticed. I paid up for these games. I think we're talking like $4.20 a game or something like that. They have some more value in it. I understand we'll still be fine, but that's not acceptable. So I'm gonna go back on eBay and bring this up with the seller, see if maybe I can just get refunded for the price of one game, $4 or $5, whatever, for this, because this is not cool. But there you go. So anyway, that's not fun, but it happens, I guess, sometimes. Not sure if it was intentional or not. I'm sure it wasn't, but nevertheless, it's still a mistake that we can't afford to eat here, so we'll see if we can get that back. Okay, guys, so I just got finished up with testing all of these guys. They all did work. Some of them needed refurbishing. I think it refurbed maybe 3 of them. But anyway, this one I've just contacted the seller about, so hopefully we can get that sorted out. One other weird thing I ran into was one of these Gears of War discs was password locked with a parental control thing. Not sure how that even got set up or why it wasn't letting it work. So I'll just describe that, I suppose. It wasn't the main disc. This is a 2-disc set, so it was like the special features disc. So hopefully not too concerning there. Anyway, I'm gonna go see how long it takes to list these. We got 9 games. We'll see how much we can get for them. Okay, guys, so I just finished listing all of these games on eBay, as you can see here. Listed for a total of $92. But if we add in the $5 that we would have got for the Final Fantasy game, then we're looking just almost at $100 there. So not too bad for about $45 investment. Not amazing, but not too bad. I mean, we'll double our money on it, and it was very quick work. So I guess there you go. Okay, guys, entering down into day 2 here, and we just made a sale overnight. Only one, but a pretty big one here. Well, not too big. I mean, in terms of video games, it's big. We sold SSX Tricky right here for, I believe, $20 right away. This is one of the ones we listed yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that one packed right now. Okay, guys, so I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of listings here on day 2. I just checked, and none of the lots from Canada Post have come in yet. We have obviously a huge pile of things that need to be refurbished and gone through and get listed, although I'm not really in the mood for refurbishing today. We did a bit of it yesterday. I've been doing it all last week, so I'm just like not feeling like getting my hands all dirty with all that stuff again. So that gave me an idea. We have a couple things left over from Value Village a few months ago when we were still able to go, and one of them is worth quite a bit of money. This is it right here. This is a super valuable Pioneer system. You guys might remember, it's a hard drive to DVD device. Paid $7.99 on it, and it's apparently worth upwards of $1,000. I'll throw a sold up on the screen here somewhere from the past. I believe it was a while ago when one had sold. But potentially this could be a massive flip. If it sold for $1,000, that would be my biggest flip today on eBay. So that would be pretty insane. So I think what we're gonna do here is just spend the afternoon focusing on testing this guy out, cleaning it up, and getting it listed on eBay. There's one issue that I would note with it, which is that one of the antenna things here, as you can see, is bent. That's not good. So we'll have to deal with that somehow. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to like unbend it or whatever. I don't know. So we will list it like that, as is kind of deal. I hope I can test it. I don't know what I need to test it. And you know what? How I found this, actually, I should tell you guys, because this is really important. You can see the HDMI port here. Whenever there's things with an HDMI port, with the exception of like a DVD player, which I can recognize, whenever there's a device with an HDMI port coming out of it, I almost always check it, because they can be sometimes, you know, HDMI receivers, which can be worth upwards of, you know, $100, $200, $300 in certain cases. They can be different sorts of HDMI players like this one, hard drive to disk units, whole bunch of really modern technology that can be worth quite a bit of money. I've found many different things with HDMI ports just by looking on the shelves like that. So something to keep your eye out when they open up the Value Villages and when you can go again. That is one thing that you're going to want to look for. Anyway, I say we get to testing this guy. We'll see, make sure it all works. Again, not sure what I had to do or what that involves, but maybe putting a DVD in it and seeing if I can hook up some sort of hard drive device. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's see if we can figure this out. Because if we can, this could be the biggest flip on eBay. Let's go test it out. So I'm over at the table now, and I just powered it up. It's saying load right now. Not sure what the heck that means, but I did power it on. We have power, so that is good. I'm gonna press open close here, see if that does anything while we're in load. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me. It says open. Oh, there it goes. It did open. And there is a DVD in there, some sort of, I guess just like a rare, or not rare, what am I saying? Just a unwritten, you know, default DVD. I suppose the thing here, and I'm not sure exactly how this works, this says copy on it. I'm assuming it like copies it onto a hard drive. There's also a record button over here. There's a pull open. Oh my gosh, this whole thing opens up, and there's a whole bunch more features down here. What the heck? So it looks like we have a couple USB ports here. Not sure what that is. We've got some channel options here. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all this, but I'm gonna go do a little bit of research on this device, see if I can figure out how it's supposed to work, what it does. And once I have all that figured out, we'll test all the inputs on the back. Also give it a cleaning here, because you can tell it's a little bit dusty. Yeah, figure out what the heck all of these things are and what they do. I don't know if we'll be able to test every single one of them. The other option, by the way, is I could just list it as is. You know, it turns on, but I have no idea how to test it. I might do that depending on what my research suggests I had to do. But let's go ahead and look into this a little bit more. So I'm actually looking at the more recent sales on this unit, and they're actually looking like they're more around like $200 on the more recent sales. I've looked at the same model number. Not sure what that $1,000 one was that I did see a while ago, and why I thought it was worth that much, but those are with the remote. So realistically, we might be looking more like 150 bucks on this. However, there are none listed. So I think we're gonna have a pretty easy time selling this thing. Anyway, just thought I should bring that up. We are not looking at $1,000, I don't think, for this unit anymore, or for whatever case, I don't think we ever actually were. I just thought that for some reason. I mean, you guys did see the sold. There was one for $1,000, unless the model number was wrong on it. But anyway, yeah, we will still be able to get really good money for this for our $7.99. So I'm not complaining, but it doesn't look like it's worth as much as I thought. All right, guys, so I actually just went ahead and got this guy listed. Had a couple issues with, the testing, really couldn't figure it out. I went to Pioneer's website and looked up what they had to say about this thing, and it's a little bit out of my knowledge range. I just don't quite understand how it works. Anyway, maybe you guys do and could test this better than I could, but I just put it as, it turns powers on and blah, blah, blah. I listed it on a little bit of the lower end, I suppose, at about $200, because it doesn't have the remote. There was one that sold very recently for $150, but everything before that was well over $200. So I think we should be in sort of that ballpark range to get that amount for this, and I might have to drop the price a little bit as we go, but hopefully it will sell for a decent amount. And yeah, there we go. All right, guys, well, I know that we didn't get a whole bunch done in this video, but I think I'm actually going to wrap it up there. I've got some more work to attend to today, unfortunately, so we really couldn't do too much down here. But let me just say, I have some really exciting videos coming up, especially coming into next week. At the end of this week, I have an Instagram guide coming, like a full kind of growth guide that's coming through, and it's really something that I'm putting a lot of effort into, making sure that I disclose every single thing that I know. Unlike the other videos where I've made, this is really, the full step-by-step. So hopefully some of you guys will get some value out of that. And then next week, even more exciting, we're doing a bunch of refurbishing stuff. We've got some lots coming in, which are gonna be super cool to check out, as well as a couple pro tips and whatnot, and some videos that I'm making. I'm so pumped about these videos that are about to come out. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy them. So stay tuned for those. Again, I'm putting a lot of work into these ones coming out, and hopefully they'll be awesome. But yeah, we're gonna leave things there. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss those upcoming videos, plus many more to come in the future. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like on it. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys all in the next video.